Bukes, you took the Mariners over to go 3.5 runs.
Give me over 3.5 runs.
It's an RBI single. 9-0 Phillies.
How do you feeling about the Yankees?
Give me over 4.5 runs at even money.
Nestor Cortez is one of the best starting pitchers in all of baseball. And the Yankees win 1-0.
If you've been taking the Padres on the run line, I think they win this game by at least 2 runs.
Cubs win 6-0 your final.
All right, let's bring in our DraftKings insider, Stevie Bukes. Bukes, you got to get right, and today is the day you get right, all right?
Yeah, I think last time it was Lucas's fault. That's why we did so bad.
It's always Lucas's fault. Never forget that. All right, Mets Nationals. Over-under for the Mets is at 4.5. What do you think about this prop?
Yeah, I like this going over 4.5 at -120. They're facing Aaron Sanchez today, who has made 3 starts, and they have not gone very well. That's probably the polite way to put it. 13 2/3 innings, 13 runs allowed on 18 hits, and only 9 strikeouts. Sanchez has been relying upon his sinker a lot. He's been mostly a sinker curveball guy. He's been throwing the sinker 51% of the time thus far. Opposing hitters are hitting .357 off of that pitch, so far this season. On the road, the Mets are averaging 4.7 runs per game. That's the 7th best mark in the league. I think they go over 4.5 runs here today.
Yeah, this is an interesting one here. Red Sox and the Braves, both teams to score at least 3 runs. Are you taking that or are you staying away?
I like this one a lot. It's at -105. The Braves have actually done this in 5 straight games now, and today they're going to be facing Nathan Eovaldi, who's been the Red Sox best pitcher, but he's been pounding the strike zone as he usually does, but he's been giving up a lot of home runs so far. He's already allowed 8 through 33 2/3 innings. That's more than half that he allowed in 182 innings last year in 32 starts. Then they're also going to be seeing Ian Anderson going against the Red Sox. He's been walking a lot of hitters so far. He has a walks per 9 inning at 5.4 so far this season. So I think it's very likely that both of these teams can score 3 runs. Even if the Braves can't get it off of Eovaldi, that Boston bullpen has been a real issue for them this season. So I like both teams to get over 3 runs in this game.
Similar prop bet to a game in Cincinnati between the Reds and the Brewers. It was over 4.5 runs through the first 5 innings. Now that number has been slotted up to over 5 runs. Where are you on this one?
Yeah, I would have loved to have gotten over 4.5 here, but now you can get the push if it gets to 5. Look, the Brewers are facing Vladimir Gutierrez for the 2nd time already. In that last start, they got him for 7 runs on 8 hits in that game. Gutierrez hasn't been getting unlucky either. This has all been his doing. Of the 4 pitches that he's thrown so far this season, opposing hitters have at least a 407 WOBA against all of them, topping out at 491 against his curveball. And then the Reds, they just saw Adrian Hauser. They got him for 5 runs in that start there. So I think there's going to be a lot of offense in this one. And quite frankly, the Reds, who are in the bottom of the league, they're averaging 7 runs over their last 5 games. They've started to hit a little bit. So going over 5 runs through the first 5 innings against both of these starters, I'd like that to go over at -105.
And playing in that ballpark, always potential for a slugfest. These are the picks for Wednesday. We'll review. We will judge you on Friday, Stevie Bukes. So be prepared for that, okay?
All right, I'm ready for it, baby. Let's go.
That's our DraftKings insider, Steve Buchanan, joining us here on MLB Central.